Actin myosin are called, actin and myosin are called, what they are called? They are called contractile proteins. Actin is made up of two filamentous actins. Actin is made up of two filamentous actins, and the two filamentous actins are present in a helical manner. They are bound together, they are arranged in a helical manner like this, like a DNA. It is one F actin, it is another one F actin. This filamentous actin, F actin it is. This each filamentous actin is made up of so many globular actins. These all are globular actins. It is a globular actin, it is a globular actin. So these all are what? G actins. These are what? G actins. So many G actins together form one F actin. Such type of two F actins are helically wound together and they are attached to one actinin. Actinin is a elastic tissue. We are calling this as G line, Dobbe's line, okay, cross line. Dobbe's line, simply we can use that word, Dobbe's line or G line. It is made up of elastic tissue and it is it consists of actinin protein. Okay, leave that about, we will discuss further actinin and everything. So this is the actins. Actin is not simple as like this. It still has some binding sites on this. These are myosin binding sites. These are what? Myosin binding sites. If they binding sites and they present on the actin, why they are called myosin binding sites? Because they are going to bind with the myosin. Actually, the myosin is bind with this with the help of myosin binding sites. So they are meant for the myosin. They are meant for the myosin. Okay, that's why they are called myosin binding sites. But these myosin binding sites are not exposed. They are covered. They are covered by another protein which runs parallel to the actin. That is also two. Okay, two proteins which run parallel to the actin. That is tropomyosin. Tropomyosin is different from the myosin. Myosin is a contractile protein. Tropomyosin is not contractile protein. Contractile proteins are only two, actin and myosin. Then what it is? It is a regulatory protein. It is a regulatory protein. Why it is called regulatory protein, we will discuss later. Where there is a myosin binding sites, there is some another protein is also there, another regulatory protein. This is called troponin. It is also present at regular intervals. At regular intervals, where there is myosin binding sites, there is another protein, that is troponin. So this is the actin structure. Actin has three different proteins: actin, two F actins, two tropomyosins, and several troponins. Each troponin is made up of three subunits: troponin I, which bind with the actin; troponin T, which bind with the tropomyosin; and troponin C, which will bind with the calcium while muscle contraction takes place. This is actin structure. Later we will discuss the myosin structure also now. Myosin has monomers, that is meromyosins. Many meromyosins together form the myosin. Many meromyosins. Each meromyosin has a head, globular head, a short arm, and a tail. Globular head, short arm, and a tail. Like this. It looks like two snakes together, but it is one meromyosin. It is one meromyosin. Each meromyosin is made up of two portions. One is heavy meromyosin. Another one is light meromyosin. Heavy myromyosin has two portions. One is head, another one is short arm or cross arm, because it is present in a crossed manner. That's why it is a short arm or cross arm or a neck. Head, neck together, heavy myromyosin. Tile consists light myromyosin. Heavy myromyosin has the head of myosin has two binding sites. One is for ATP synthesis. Actually, head of the myromyosin is nothing but ATP hydrolyse enzyme. It act like a ATP hydrolyse enzyme. ATP binding site. And another one is actin binding site. Simple. This is the myosin structure. Such many myromyosins are fused, and they all are present, and all their tiles are attached with one, what it is, M line, one M line, middle line. It is made up of fibrous tissue. M line is made up of fibrous tissue. Then next we will observe this entire sarcomere structure in a detailed manner, how the actin is present, how the myosin is present. Okay, and later in the next video we will discuss about the sliding filament theory.